We all know Zlatan Ibrahimovic as the greatest striker of all time with his incredible technique, ball control and physical dominance. But did you know that his journey to stardom was anything but easy? From humble beginnings to becoming a global icon, this is the incredible story of Zlatan Ibrahimovic's rise to success. Imagine growing up in a rough neighborhood, facing daily struggles and still dreaming of becoming the best. This is exactly what happened with young Zlatan. His parents divorced when he was just 2 years old. Young Zlatan's life wasn't all smooth sailing. But you know what? There was this one thing that lit him up: football. There is little doubt that Zlatan Ibrahimovic stands out as one of the most gifted footballers of the past few decades. But before all the fame and glory, Zlatan's early years in the tough streets of Rosengård, a suburb of Malmö, Sweden, were far from easy. He faced challenges at home and school and had a reputation for being a bit of a troublemaker. Growing up in the tough neighborhood of Rosengård, he learned quickly that nothing in life would be handed to him. His love for football started as a simple escape from the noise around him. At school, things were far from perfect. Zlatan wasn't the best student. He struggled to fit in and often found himself getting into trouble. But while his school books didn't hold his attention, the ball at his feet did. He would spend hours playing in the local courts, practicing dribbles, tricks and shots. Sometimes he'd even steal a bike, ride across town and just play for hours, challenging anyone brave enough to take him on. He learned the game on his own terms. No fancy academies, no structured training, just pure street football. The hard concrete pitches of Rosengård became his training ground. There, Zlatan sharpened his skills in the most unorthodox ways, turning every street match into a lesson. Despite the rough edges, there was always a spark of genius in how he played. Coaches noticed it, even when Zlatan's temper or antics got the best of him. His first real break came when Malmö FF, the city's top club, decided to give him a chance. It was a huge step for a kid who'd been playing barefoot on the streets just years earlier. There, his flair on the pitch made him impossible to ignore. But Zlatan being Zlatan didn't just want to fit in, he wanted to dominate. His attitude, though seen as cocky by some, was the fire that fueled his drive. By 1999, at just age 18, he made his professional debut for Malmö FF. The team wasn't doing too well, but Zlatan was the glimmer of hope. He started making a name for himself with his incredible ball control, unique style and fearlessness to try the unexpected. His reputation began spreading beyond Sweden, and soon scouts from Europe's biggest clubs were eyeing him. But as always, Zlatan didn't want to leave Sweden for any team. He wanted the right move. In 2001, Dutch giants Ajax came knocking. It was the perfect platform for his next step, and moving to Amsterdam felt like the beginning of something bigger. He took his raw talent, owned it on the streets, and blended it with Ajax's famed football education. Coaches helped redefine his game, turning that wild kid with a big mouth into a world-class striker. Yet, even at Ajax, Zlatan was never going to play by the rules. He brought his street football creativity to a professional level. The goals, the flicks, the bicycle kicks, it all started coming together. He quickly became a fan favourite, both for his dazzling skills and larger-than-life personality. But, like with everything in Zlatan's life, success didn't come without controversy. Fights with teammates and a reputation for being difficult to manage, Zlatan was never one to shy away from conflict. Still, his star kept rising. His time at Ajax was short but impactful, winning league titles and scoring spectacular goals. One of his most famous came against NAC Breda, where he dribbled past almost the entire team before scoring. That goal wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. Zlatan was showing the world what he was capable of, and Europe's biggest clubs were starting to take notice. After his stunning rise at Ajax, Zlatan Ibrahimovic was ready for the next chapter, and it wasn't long before one of the world's biggest clubs came calling: Juventus. In 2004, Zlatan made the move to Italy, and this is where his career truly started to take shape. The Italian game was tough, defensive, and known for its tactical discipline, but Zlatan didn't care. He was there to make a statement, and he did just that. In his first season with Juventus, Zlatan adapted quickly, scoring goals and becoming a key player in the squad. He played with a swagger that both intimidated opponents and thrilled fans. His physical presence, combined with his technical brilliance, made him one of the most feared strikers in Serie A. However, his time at Juventus took an unexpected turn. In 2006, The club was caught up in the infamous Calciopoli scandal, a match-fixing affair that rocked Italian football. Juventus was stripped of its titles and relegated to Serie B. For a player like Zlatan, staying in a lower division wasn't an option. He wanted to keep playing at the highest level, and soon enough, his next opportunity arrived, this time with Inter Milan. Joining Inter Milan in 2006 was a turning point. Under coach Roberto Mancini and later Jose Mourinho, Zlatan became the focal point of the team. His time at Inter saw him winning back-to-back league titles, and his goal-scoring feats were nothing short of extraordinary. He was unstoppable. Whether it was a powerful strike from distance, a delicate chip, or one of his signature acrobatic finishes, Zlatan always found a way to amaze. But of course, it wasn't just about what he did on the field. Off the field, his larger-than-life personality continued to grow. Zlatan had no problem saying exactly what he thought, and his confidence bordered on arrogance. But it was all part of the package. Fans loved him, opponents respected him, and his teammates couldn't help but admire his work ethic, even if he was sometimes hard to manage. Yet for Zlatan, there was always a hunger for something more. Despite his success in Italy, he wanted to prove himself on an even bigger stage. In 2009, that stage came in the form of FC Barcelona, one of the greatest football clubs in the world at the time, led by Pep Guardiola. The move to Barcelona was seen as the ultimate step for Zlatan. Everyone expected him to thrive in Guardiola's system along stars like Lionel Messi and Xavi, but what followed was one of the most unexpected twists in Zlatan's career. Though he started strong, scoring goals and helping the team win trophies, things quickly turned sour. Zlatan and Guardiola clashed, two strong personalities that couldn't coexist. Zlatan didn't fit into Guardiola's disciplined, possession-based style, and tensions boiled over. In classic Zlatan fashion, he didn't hold back his opinions, famously saying, "You bought a Ferrari, but you drive it like a Fiat." By the end of the season, it was clear his time at Barcelona was over. But if there's one thing about Zlatan, is that he never let setbacks hold him down. He left Barcelona and returned to Italy, this time joining AC Milan, where he reignited his career and continued proving why he was one of the best strikers in the world. From Milan, his journey would take him across France with Paris Saint-Germain, England with Manchester United, and even the United States with the LA Galaxy. Everywhere Zlatan went, he left his mark. After his successful stints in Paris and Manchester, many thought he would wind down his career in the US with the LA Galaxy. But he famously told fans, "I came, I saw, I conquered." And when he left, he told them, "Now go back to watching baseball." But it wasn't the end of his football journey. In 2020, at the age of 38, Zlatan returned to Europe, rejoining AC Milan. Most players at that age were thinking about retirement, but Zlatan was still playing at a world-class level. He led Milan's resurgence, helping them challenge for top spots in Serie A and showing that age was just a number for him. His leadership on the field, combined with his experience, made him a vital part of the team's success. Even as he approached 40, Zlatan's physical condition was exceptional, and he continued to defy expectations. In interviews, he spoke about how he thrived on proving people wrong, showing the world that he could still compete with the best despite his age. After spending a few more seasons with AC Milan, leading them to a Serie A title in 2022, Zlatan finally decided to hang up his boots in 2023. His retirement marked the end of a truly legendary career, one filled with unforgettable moments, record-breaking goals, and a personality that transcended the sport. Even after retiring, he remains a global icon, a larger-than-life figure who inspired countless young players to believe in themselves and never back down. As he put it best, "I'm not just a footballer, I'm Zlatan." As of 2024, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, now 43, has transitioned smoothly from football into business and media. After retiring, he's now focused on ventures like sports ownership and fitness tech investments. There's also news about him potentially entering coaching or management. Still larger than life, Zlatan continues to appear in interviews and TV. Well, what do you think of Zlatan's story? Did it inspire you to pursue your own dreams? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time.